Yo, Revenegboyz back again, bringing you another late upload due to the fact I've lost my DS. This is again someone by the name of BlackLightAttack that I found on the Smogon Wi-Fi battle, an RU game, and let's see what happens. And he starts off with his Excel goal, and I go into my Hitmonlee. I go for the rock slide, hoping he doesn't find out I'm scuffed, and he doesn't, which is a good sign. So now he knows, and I'm like, oh shit, a Drapion, that's probably going to do some damage. So I'm going into Quillfish. He sets up a little toxic spikes. I'm like, okay. Then he goes for the taunt, and I'm just like, shit. Now he knows I'm a toxic spike layer, and now I can't lay anymore. So he predicts me to switch out. He goes for the spikes of his own. He goes for the protect. I go for the trick, and I should have actually went for the trick again, and that would have actually crippled his that ghost. I don't even know the name of this thing, that ghost ground thing, whatever it's called. And he goes for the substitute, and I'm just like, oh my god, as I know how dangerous these things really are behind the sub. And the earthquake, even though it's super effective, it doesn't take off half of Steelix, which I'm happy about. And I know he's gonna go for a focus punch, so I'm just gonna go for the raw. And here's this stupid rule I don't understand, that I will go for raw, he goes for focus punch, and he gets a focus punch straight afterwards. I'm just like, is that fair? That's not fair at all. So it goes into his Lilligan, unfortunately, and obviously that will put something to sleep. So he gets a chance to set up on me, and I'm switching now into Hitmonlee again. He goes for the quiver dance, and these things are quick. The Lilligan actually managed to outspeed my scuffed jolly Hitmonlee, also known as my Medicam, and I was just like, shit. And obviously, as it has its own tempo, it never gets confused. It goes on a petal dance, rampage, and at the time I had no idea it had that ability, and I was just like, shit. Anyway, I go into Rotom. As you can see, I just did the HP fire, and this thing is absolutely going on a rampage here, and I have to sack off like 3 things just so that this thing dies of life orb damage. It's just absolutely ridiculous. A flower thing, wow, really good. Anyway, he goes for the petal dance, and I'm just like, I have to sack my Quillfish now just so that I have a chance of winning. So he goes into his Hitmonlee, I go into Slowking, predicting that. He switches out thinking I'll go for the Psychic, but in fact I go for the Scold, and unfortunately it doesn't burn, and I'm just like, oh come on, that should have just got burnt a bit at least. So I go into Revenegboyz predicting the toxic spikes again, and here I did think he would switch out, so I went for the safe waterfall just in case the Hitmonlee came in, but he goes for the taunt, and I'm just like, shit. I'm just absolutely gutted. I could have just got a free setup, and that could have been a massive sweep on him basically. And now he set up 2 layers of spikes, and I'm just basically wetting myself now because that's bad, really bad. Anyway, he goes into his Mike J, also known as his Slowking. I go for the waterfall, and it still does quite a bit, even though it's not very effective. And here, I don't know what he was predicting, whether he's gonna sack his Golurk. Yeah, that's the name of it, Golurk. But I just go for the safe crunch, and that will obviously kill it. He goes into Hitmonlee, and here's where calculations really pay off. He goes for the fake out. Then he goes for the close combat. I'm like, no, Revenegboyz can survive this. And it does. And then I just waterfall the shit out of it. And that will obviously one hit KO it. I was just really happy that happened. So now I'm in Torrent, going on Torrent waterfall, and I'm just going on a rampage here at the moment. And here is the game changing situation right here. And it flinches, and I was just like, thank God that flinched. He goes for the protect just to get a bit of health, Obviously, a torrent waterfall is just ginormous, so there's no way it can take it. So he switches out. I go for the torrent waterfall, and it does quite a bit to that slow king. I go for the crunch just to do a bit of damage, and it still does a lot. I get the defense drop, and yeah, the Fraligator dies. So I'm going to do your chores. Go for the safe leaf storm, and it crits, which is absolutely pointless. And he goes back into his Drapion, and here I was just calculating whether a Specs Leaf Storm from a timid one would kill it from this range, and surprisingly it actually did on -1, and that's really shocking. And anyway, it was a good game, so yeah.